KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody. Just make sure we got our audio good to go. We had a couple technical glitches and stuff, but nonetheless, we are on the air for another great episode of Winnebago Talks. We have a whole slew of information that we want to talk about here today, and my name is Garan Coons. I'm the Communications Officer for the Big Voice Radio. They call me DJ Guaranteed. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
Hello, good day, everybody. My name is Bethani Redhorn. I am the Communications Office Manager, and a lot of people know me as Bet, but I also go by DJ Bethany.
That's right. All right.
For the Big Voice.
And for the debut of her DJ name. No, go ahead.
I was like, oh man, I don't got one. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tyler Snake, the Winnebago Indian News Office Circulation Manager.
All right. And we're working on a DJ name. If you guys have a good one to give her and stuff, you know what I mean? Make sure you have it. But we want to hit it. It's last weekend was pretty busy, and then the weekend before that was Labor Day and everything. So we have some Winnebago Indian News updates. Go for it, Tyler.
Yes, there's been a lot of events happening around town recently, but the one that I'll be writing about in the bits is Little Priest. They had an archery event.
Oh, okay.
And it was using a traditional Ho-Chunk style bow. So they got to try that and then play some games and whatnot.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. They had that at the Powell grounds last year. It was really fun.
Yeah. I think that's I tried to do archery myself, and I might have been probably really skinny if we went back to the bow and archer days or bow and arrow days and stuff like that, because my aim was a little off. But there's a whole technique, there's a whole kind of process. It's teaches patience, you know what I mean, and practice makes perfect when it comes to that. I remember when we used to perform down in Branson, there was a guy named Kirby Van Birch, and he was a magician. Not a what do they call it? Magician. Yeah, you do magic and stuff, make disappear. At the end of the show, he would magically make a helicopter appear.
What? Like
he would go boom, and then boom, a helicopter disappeared in the middle of the stage. It's like, what? How did that happen and stuff? But nonetheless, he had this gal, and she was from like Greece or something, and she had the apple on top of her head. Mm-mm. Yeah, and then this guy, I think hopefully they were together and stuff, because that's a lot of things. Yeah, and this guy had probably over 600 shows. He would shoot his arrow and like from right in the middle of the apple. Wouldn't you? I mean, like, I don't know. Don't sign me up for that and stuff like that. But
I'd have tears rolling down my face.
Man, like every day you would have to go through that and stuff. What if he's just off by an inch or got distracted or something? You know what I mean? But it's pretty interesting. Nonetheless, archery went. What else do we got?
I'll also be talking about Ho-Chunk Farm's annual Indian corn harvest. It was all throughout the week last week, so it was plenty of time to get all those corns dried out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Corn.
Yeah, they're the whole process and stuff. I hope I seen like a lot of the community members, the immersion classroom. They were down there. Some of the the student councils. I seen a lot of people kind of get together for that and stuff, and it's good to see like the combination and community get together. I don't know how many years they have been doing that and stuff, but keep up the good work,
Yeah, pretty cool. Also be talking about YCIC's hand drum making class. You got to make one last year, huh?
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
Ho-Chunk Renaissance did that with Dawson, good friend of Dawson. He came down and kind of taught us how to do that, and made one, and have since give it to my brother. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
But sounded good. I kind of like learned the process and still, carry that. But YCIC, Donna's going to be joining us here a little bit later on. Put on that. So good job.
Pretty cool. And then maybe if there's room, I'll add the Ho-Chunk bingo winners.
Okay.
Or was it baseball, I mean?
Yeah, the Ho-Chunk.
Yeah, got that mixed up. But it's pretty cool.
Awesome. So the issue was out, last week or 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And if you want to pick up an issue, make sure to contact you. And then also there's other places where you can pick up the issue, which is
the Pony, Sweetwater, Dollar General, the lobby of the Blackhawk Center, and then the Heritage lobby, and then in the store too.
And then for this issue too, it's going to be elections. So we have been reaching out. I know you've been reaching out to every candidate, asking if they want to do a letter. What do they call them? A letter to the membership. And hopefully they get some submissions and stuff like that. So good luck to all the candidates. We have the results of the primary candidates. Can you pull that up?
Yeah. Yep.
And it looks like those that the top 6 advance on. October 3rd is going to be the elections down at the Blackhawk Center. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. There's going to be 3 seats that are going to be for a 3-year term, meaning the top 3 vote getters will serve the tribe for 3 years. And it looks like we have the results. Eugene, we also have Teresa and Lorelei, Victoria, Brian, and Liz. So we appreciate everybody that came out and voted for the primary elections. And yeah, if you have an opportunity, I think there's going to be a forum that's going to be happening on September 30th. I know some of the candidates are probably going to maybe do their own forum or maybe kind of campaign. There's probably a lot of questions that they want to have answered, or maybe that you want to have asked. You're more than welcome to do that. But those top 6, and then I think somebody asked, what about write-ins for the primary? And to my understanding, they don't do that. But for write-ins for the regular elections, I think they're allowed and stuff. So we'll get more information. Maybe we could have somebody from the election committee or maybe the administration come down and help us out and stuff. Because I know there's a lot of people. For example, I got this question asked yesterday. Is what if I want to vote for one candidate? Will that spoil my ballot if I vote for one candidate? And yes, you can vote for one candidate. You know what I mean? Or you can vote for 2, but you can't go over 3. So if you wanted to vote for 4, that's not allowed. You have to vote for the top 3. But nonetheless,
that one was the second though. This was the previous one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one there too was a little kind of behind the gun. See, they posted it August 30th, and it was on a 2nd, and then it was Labor Day weekend. I think they only had 2 candidates show up. So they're going to try to get a bigger turnout for this next one and stuff. So Little Priest, maybe if somebody wants to come up, I think Alexandria Walker is the contact person. So she said that she might come up maybe next Tuesday to talk about the upcoming regular, what do they call it, general elections. So, all right. Anything else, Tyler?
No, but I'll be back to win.
Okay. All right. The answer is coming up after we get done with our guests here. So we like to bring up, hey, real quick before you leave. Let's have Blue come up here and talk about what you guys have been working on together here. And let's go from there, guys. What number is that there?
5.
Okay. All right. We'd like to introduce our first guest here today for Winnebago Talks. For those that are listening on KWTN 100.9 FM, go ahead and give us your introduction.
Oh, Hanachini Katagiwi. My name is Blue St. Cyr. I'm the Ho-Chunk Renaissance Director, which is the language preservation program for the Winnebago tribe.
Awesome. And I know you guys have been collaborating, but you have an event coming up, and we're, as communications, we have kind of a task to do, or a project that we're kind of going to collaborate with Ho-Chunk Renaissance. But tell us about the whole kind of concept on September 20th.
Yeah, so I got a lot of different information to announce, I guess. For one is that I'm going to back up just a little bit and go into this, but we had our language baseball tournament.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So I just wanted to acknowledge we had a total of 9 teams that registered. However, at the day of the event, just due to conflicts, we had 4 teams that showed up.
Oh, good.
So it was a pretty awesome day, a beautiful day, and a lot of language learning that happened throughout the whole day there. We started right at 9 o'clock and then concluded about 2 o'clock. And then we come out with 3 winners. So we had our Kiara Wolf and company got first place.
Cool.
OC and Christine Earth and family got second. And then also the third place was the Emmy Scott and a lot of her friends there that won on the third place. So
nice.
We wanted to say congratulations and awesome. And again, one thing we always highlight is that although the juda, the money part is often a good part, incentive, but the main thing is that learning our language. So,
can you see that name there? We're looking at a screen right now, but what does that name mean?
So the first place, their name is Wichawasake Herek Nosh, which means pickles.
Oh, okay. I
Extra
like
long.
it.
So so they came out victorious. It was a pretty interesting match at the very end. So a lot of music, a lot of food, and things like that. So
Yeah.
But,
and then second place, what's their team name?
their name is Chaska Sape, which Chaska is a sheep, and then Sape is black, so black sheep.
Oh, cool. All right. And then third place name
The
is.
third place name was Keichun Kizake, which means fighting turtles, or basically ninja turtles.
Oh, cool.
I thought something
like
with
it.
their get-ups.
Yeah, that
Or
is cool.
uniforms.
Yes, so
And then you guys had the team uniform award too, right?
correct. Yeah, so that was a tough one because there's two. Came out of two of them there at the
Yeah.
end. But Bichawasake Kherek Nosh, the Pickles, won that best uniform award. So
Nice, congratulations, and yeah, I gotta go down there and take part of that, and the food was excellent, and also if you sit there as a spectator, you're starting to learn some of those words. The one that everybody was there's one word that everybody was trying to get, and at the end, everybody got it because it kept coming up and it kind of kept stumping them and stuff,
Right.
like the word for circus. They were like, this is the word for circus, and then I learned the word for like funeral, and then like a good, and then very good, and then like if you wanted to hit a home run, you kind of had to, they would say the word and you had to describe it in English. It was pretty cool. And it came down to the wire too, because that last championship game, it was they go into the losers bracket if they lose, and then they came out of the losers bracket. They won that first one, and then they needed to beat them twice. And here on that second one, they couldn't get it. So it's pretty back and forth. Pretty exciting.
yeah, so I just want to acknowledge my staff members. The one that kind of spearheaded that was just our community outreach coordinator. She was texting me and saying to get off my phone back here. So Emily, she's been here promoting it along with a lot of our other staff that are pitchers. And then even the game itself was originated by Dr. Elaine Rice. So
Cool.
it started back in the early 2000s and eventually kind of spread all the way up into Wisconsin. So they even use this game up there too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, so I just want to acknowledge my staff. Good work. It wouldn't have been successful without our team there. So I just want to give them acknowledgement of them as well. So
Good job. And then there was a team number 4, first time trying it, and I would put my money on them for next year because they're gonna go back. They never played it before. You know what I mean? So there's a study guide that you guys can do, and so I'm sure that they're gonna get together as a family and as a team, start practicing that. And then last year's champ, they got second this year. So and I know they want to come back and try to win that. So it might be a pretty good World Series next year for sure.
Exciting.
yes. So moving on. I guess I kind of stumbled in here, and then I wanted to I guess bring light to an event that we're going to be having this coming week. Not this week, but next week. It is our Wahagi Woshka, which means the fall season, our fall way of life. And so a lot of the things that we do preserve, we cook different foods, all of that, and do our traditional dances. All of that is our woshka, our way of life. And so that's what that kind of means. There is our fall time of way of life, harvesting.
Yeah.
So with that is our harvest celebration and green corn dance that we're going to annually have on September 20th. So that's going to be next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So save the date there, the 20th. We're going to have that at the Power Grounds, and things are going to start off at 5 o'clock as dinner, and then they'll have grand entry at 7 o'clock, and then we'll kind of wind things down maybe around 10 or 10:30 around that time. So a lot more details are coming.
Yeah.
So and we'll kind of announce a little more about those. There are different specials. You'll see some of those, like we're having a potato dance. Have you done one of those before?
I haven't, just got to watch it.
Have you done one? Potato dance?
Okay.
What is it?
Garen's the pro
You gotta
at that.
represent. You gotta represent the communications team this year. Basically, you just try to hold a potato between you and your partner, and not let it drop.
Oh.
And it's a little tough because sometimes you have to dance to the beat, and if the beat gets real fast, you and your partner have to be kind of in sync and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Sounds funny.
So that one, we have that, and then also maybe a 2-step contest. Just little things like that. It's gonna make the night a lot more fun. A lot of our traditional dances as well. So details are coming out, hopefully maybe by this afternoon or maybe tomorrow. We're finalizing those. But I do wanted to bring up, and I'll kind of have work with here with Tyler. I'll let do you want to do the honors and bring this up?
I'm kind of like a party planner for everyone.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. But what do we have?
But we're kind of taking part in the, what would you call it? The harvest food contest?
Yeah. Exactly.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. You guys did like, what do they call it? Wobble Kitty?
Yeah.
And you guys did a contest for that. So
Right.
kind of in that same premise, because it's the harvest celebration, let's have a contest on the most creative, tastiest, overall presentation of the best harvest dish.
Yes.
Yes,
There
the
it is.
best harvest dish competition. And we got some good prizes too.
Yeah. Should I say it?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have a,
Excited.
I don't know what the word for it, engraved.
Okay.
A cutting board, just like a trophy. Hang it up in your kitchen. So
Cool.
everyone knows you're a good cook.
Yeah.
The second one is a towel. It's embroidered with second place and the whole logo. And then third is some wooden spoons. Still nice to display.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
So for all the, how do you say them? Culinary artists.
Yeah.
Culinary artists out there in Winnebago. I think you have to be a Winnebago tribal member. What was the other rules that we kind of had? Inquire with you.
Yeah.
TylerSnake.com at Winnebago Tribe, or Tyler.Snake at WinnebagoTribe.com is the email address. You'll send them the rules. The dish must be there at a certain time that night, and the judging will be on creativity, presentation, taste, and overall. So, cool. I'm
And
looking
then
forward to
also
it.
don't forget the list
List.
for the ingredients.
Oh yeah, in case of allergies.
Yep.
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
another thing, there's some juda to it as well, right?
Yeah, monetary prize for the top.
Yeah. Well, how much is it?
250, 150.
Okay.
Nice.
Something like that. Prize pool.
250, 150, and 50.
Okay.
I don't know.
Something like that. But
Prize pool of how much?
500.
There it is.
wow.
There it
Nice.
is.
Okay.
Helping me out.
Let's do this.
Yeah, pretty
Exciting.
Okay.
Have a graphic out soon.
All right. So that's going to be Wednesday. Come back Tuesday. We'll make sure that we have next Tuesday for Winnebago Talks. And we'll promote it all week. I know that Weekend Jammers is going to be taking place this afternoon,
Yep.
this evening. Probably talk about it a little bit more there too. Green corn, it's a fun time. It's always good to do the social dances and kind of maybe tell a little history for those that never attended a green corn dance here in Winnebago. What kind of the meaning behind that?
Oh, put me on the spot here. Yeah, so we often do that, the green corn dance, and there's different, things we've been also trying to gather. Is like, for one example, is that we often went up to Wisconsin, my program, and we went up there and participated with some of the relatives that had a feast, and we took part in that, and then they even did a lot of things that pertain with the harvest harvest time, and so we even had the green corn dance, and we often did that here. And then one thing we wanted to do. But often we want to incorporate more. So there's a thing called mawo, and that's called like cooking in the ground. So there's a lot of things that we did then. We put corn cooked in the ground and all of that. So that these different things, how our way of life, are. That was things we're really trying to strengthen. And so maybe a couple of years ago, before COVID, we had these activities going on out at the Power Grounds. So due to time this year, we didn't get a chance to get all these things facilitated, but this year we're just going to have the celebration. But some of the history, it goes back many years with our people, and I know that there's some of that we can find in our Powell program.
Yep.
Things like that. But we'll also maybe make a post or something about that in more detail. I don't really want to mess things up and kind of say something, so we'll maybe mention more about the green corn dance specifically.
I think there's a video out there too.
Right.
Me and you got to go around and interview some of the elders, the history of the green corn and everything. So we should probably pop that out before it goes on before Wednesday. So yeah, that's a good idea.
Couple quick notes, and then I'll be on my way. There is we also have honorariums, so we're gonna have honorariums that evening as well. And then there's a question about vendors. So if there's any vendors that want to set up, that's fine. There's not gonna be no fee or nothing like that. So you're more welcome to set up. Again, it's gonna start at 7 o'clock and then conclude around 10:30 ish, somewhere around that time. And then also in the event of rain or if the forecast looks really cold, then we're going to move it to the gym.
Okay.
But we kind of wanted to keep it outdoors just because that's kind of where our power grounds and that's what it's for. But just depending on the weather, so we'll take it that far and we'll see when the flyer comes out more details about all that. So
Cool. Well, thank you for the
Nice.
information. Yep. All right. So you guys good?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys got to go. I know there's a lot of coordination and everything too. So we'll let you get going here, Tyler, and she'll be back to win.
I know it's about sports, but do I get a hint more?
Football.
Football.
Yeah.
Football.
Okay.
Football.
Yeah.
Go Google some stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So announcements.
So we'll have, as DJ Guaranteed mentioned, weekend jammers today at 5 p.m. with DJ Huge. Wednesday we'll have our Big Boy Sports Talk Show with Coach Q and Triple B, aka B Love. And then Thursday you can join me for All Requests Live. I did get the top 5 out, so I'm gonna pull that up real quick. But we also will do another drawing for the people that submit their votes. And so shout out to my previous winners, Tisha Bass and DC McCauley. They won from those last 2 drawings.
You have a prize pack over here.
I do.
Can you go grab that while we call up our next Donna and Kuna Dave Russell? Come on over, you guys. Come on over, because I know you guys used to work together, but now that you guys are doing some collaboration together and whatnot and stuff. But Donna, it's good to see you.
Hello.
You work at YCIC.
Yes.
And Kuna Dave is our funeral coordinator, but he also helps out with YCIC, and we really appreciate that. But we'll get to you guys here real quick. For those that are online and listening, check this out here. Go ahead and
So I got these 2. It's a keychain with our logo.
Yep.
We got this air freshener. Smells real good and lemony.
Yeah, it does.
And then we have the 3 shirts with this one. So this
Okay.
one's got the Big Boy shirt. We have our Win shirt.
Yep. All I do is win. Winnebago in the news.
And then exclusive DJ Guaranteed shirt.
There you go. So if you can wear that, help us out.
And then the other package had the same contents besides the promo items right here, but just a gift card.
Awesome. And how do I win that?
So all you have to do is vote for one of the top 5 songs.
And that's going to be given away this Thursday.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Dang, that's like over a $200 value and stuff. But I'll even autograph the DJ shirt if you want me to. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, all right. Let's get back to our next guest here. And Donna,
Yes.
go ahead and give us your introduction for those that never tuned into Winnebago Talks.
So my name is Donna Wolf. I'm a prevention specialist at the YCIC, the Youth Crisis Intervention Center here at Winnebago Tribe. And I do tons of outreach events and informational trainings and presentations on suicide awareness. September is still National Suicide Awareness Month. This week, this 10th through the 16th, is National Suicide Prevention Week.
Wow.
So I'm super busy. What did we say before the word for busy?
Yeah, what was that word?
Engrossed.
Yeah,
Engrossed. Yes, I'm engrossed in many different things this week. But the biggest thing today is that our drive-in movie last week, the weather did not cooperate and we got rained out. So tonight, gonna be beautiful tonight.
Okay.
From 5:30 to 7:30, we're having our drive-in movie, The Little Giants. Super excited.
Love that movie.
So no popcorn tonight, but hot dogs, yes.
Oh, cool. All right.
So hot dogs and trail mix and water, and yes, bring the families out, bring your blanket, bring your lawn chair. Come to the large screen tonight,
Okay.
all the families.
We call it the big screen. We got the
Yes.
big voice and we got the big screen and
Big
stuff like
screen.
that. So,
Yes.
all right. So that's going to be tonight.
That's
and then
tonight.
We also have, go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hey, my name is Kuna Dave. I work with Wake and Burial program, but Daryl asked me to help out with this stuff we got started last year with the kids, with this mental health and wellness powwow, and then we expressed some things about maybe having a round dance. And this year he worked it in there where it's possible that we're going to have a round dance here in Winnebago Friday, September 22nd.
Nice.
And we got a good group of singers that's going to come in, and hopefully everyone gets downtown to make it a nice evening and hear some good singing. We got one of the greats from up in Canada, Harvey Drever, coming down.
Wow.
And everyone knows who Hokie Claremont is. He's going to be here. And Wayne Silas is always a good jammer. And then we have one of the local boys from down south there, Niall Sheridan, representing the Southern style.
Wow.
Singing. And we have a couple of the Zephyr boys from Bad Nation coming over. And
Dang.
Yeah, so it's a be a good lineup. Hopefully, some other local singers want to get in there, help out, and then sing the night away a little bit. Just to kind of promote that healing. What this month represents, as Donna was saying, and we just try to make it a little bit better for the relatives.
Man, that is cool. So that's going to be. So we have Harvest Celebration on the 20th. Mm-hmm. Then that Friday we have a round dance down at the Blackhawk Center. Details coming soon. But the names that you gave out there, for those that know, you know what I mean? Like Harvey Drever is probably like the Michael Jackson of, round dances and stuff. And then Hokie Claremont, he's up there with like the big name top. I don't know who you would compare him to and stuff like that, but Michael Jackson, who's the king of pop right now? Ed Sheeran or something like that?
No, not listening.
Oh, The Weeknd. Yeah, there you go. But creativity as far as round dancing, it's just also doing the round dance and stuff. The last one I went to was up in Mystic Lake for Big Mac.
Yeah.
And it was just a good time, man. People just came around and just, listened to the music. And if you wanted to dance, you could come out there and dance. And there was vendors, there was food. It was just good feelings all around. And it wasn't, like powwow competition and stuff is a different vibe. And there's a whole kind of like thing that goes along with that and stuff, which is cool. You know what I mean? I enjoy that too as well. But just to kind of sit back and enjoy the music and just listen to those tunes and stuff, man. I'm glad you guys got that together. It helps with mental wellness as well, listening to the music and everything. So I'm glad that YCIC, JR and crew, and appreciate your help on that one. Which leads us to the next day, which is September 23rd. Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
And that's when the Mental Health and Wellness Powwow, the second annual, will be taking place at Winnebago Casino, and we have a lot of good helpers over there too. Again, we try to utilize the different tribes because we're all in this together, and then even across the Great Turtle Island, us Indian people, we're a small number, and to be faced with the suicide number is really high for us. So we got to get out there and do some work and watch out for one another. So that's why we try to set this up for our area for everyone to help. And we have Mr. Sam Grant coming up for Macy, and Amy Painter Bearskin. She's going to be our head female dancer, and then a couple of younger guys. Gentry's going to come over and be our arena director, and we have some local drum groups, Hujope and New Breed, and then we have Omaha Whitetail and this other young group that's starting out from Santee area, Red Wolf. Yeah, they're going to come up, and then have Craig Cleveland Jr., Tuniga, and then Waylon. Waylon's going to come down and be our speakers. And it's going to be a nice evening, good day, chilled back.
Yeah, awesome. So Winnebago. So join us here in Winnebago for the round dance on the 22nd, that Friday, and then we'll all head over to Winnebago for a good powwow that's going to be taking place at 23rd. Appreciate Winnebago too for opening up their doors and allowing this to happen. I know that when you guys probably presented that to them, they're along with the mission and everything too. So that it's going to be in that bingo area or in that conference room?
It's going to be in the bingo area.
Yeah.
We have a few more things to iron out and get straight, but everything's looking good.
Nice. Cool. So I'm pretty excited. Bethany?
I'm excited too.
And I love our flyer because these are all of our sponsors and the people that will be there with outreach tables as well. We do have the support of Omaha Nation. We do have Society of Care. We just have Ho Chunk Inc. and all of these people have just jumped on board and been a part of this. And on the flyer on the left, that banner, the Eagle staff, Charles Hensley, part of our staff made that for me last year. And the ribbons that are tied onto it, those are names of relatives that have died by suicide. So we really want to honor those people. We have a memorial dance that we do with that Eagle staff. And like I said, that was so healing. Like Kuna said, it's very, very healing to remember the ones that we have lost to suicide. And it was just a little overwhelming to me to see how many ribbons were tied on there, because that represents a soul that we have lost. That we really, suicide is very preventable. We have the numbers to reach out to, the 988 number. We have the National Suicide Hotline number, 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-8255, and we have that texting number, 741-741, which is a 24/7 texting line that you can get help with at any time. So that is just, that visual always reminds me that we need to do more to really help our relatives.
If is there any questions about the round dance or the powwow, they'd contact you, right?
Correct.
Okay.
They can get a hold of me, and definitely with the round dance, I'm contacting this guy.
Okay. Okay. And then what's your email?
David.russell@winnebagotribe.com.
Okay. Yeah. And then your Donna.wolf with 2 F's at winnebagotribe.com. Any other questions, Beth?
All I was gonna ask is, so I did reach out to Donna and Daryl, and I was asking if you guys had any interest in it being a live streamed event. So if you do, just let me know.
And again, Mr. Big Cheese Daryl needs to get back to me on that. I have no say in that. That'll be completely his decision. But I did forward that email on. So yes. And we do greatly appreciate every time that you welcome us in and promote us, as always.
For sure. You guys are doing good work, and that information needs to get out there. We shouldn't have, as far as mental health, wellness, and everything, suicide prevention and stuff. I'm sure you guys are going to have some speakers at these 2 events, and kind of give us maybe some tools that we can use if we ever come across a family member or something like that. So appreciate that.
David and I are both ASSIST trainers, the Applied Suicide Intervention Skills trainers. So under my grant, we were able to train over 8 Native people in to become a trainer to do that training. So David and I are both trainers in that. And yes, we will have our YCI staff at both events, Friday and Saturday night. If anybody ever gets triggered by anything, we will have staff on hand to help anybody at all. But please know that David and I are available. If any organization would like that ASSIST training, we are available for that.
Yeah, and then I know that Kuna Dave, you've been doing some miles and serving as arena director at Black River and stuff, man. I really appreciate you representing Winnebago. I know that you're away for a while at times and stuff, but now come back to help the people. We appreciate you and your work in burial. I know that also, too, there's, you being an accomplished singer, going around with those champion drum groups and everything, too, man. So there's kind of that brotherhood, that sisterhood when you sit at the drum and everything. And just to bring those singers here, too, I know Winnebago will show their hospitality to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So we appreciate it. And let's all come on down and support that event, the 2 events. And starting with tonight, at the big screen, Little Giants. I love that movie. So if your kid... My kid has never seen it, and he just loved it, man. You should have seen it because they did an end of the football program meal, and they watched Little Giants, and then that one part when they're running and winning and stuff like that, all those kids jumped on the table and they started shouting for them and stuff. It was really cool. So if you've never seen it, you know what I mean, bring the little guys down, and maybe the Boys and Girls Club, I know they got a football team, have them come down because it's motivational as well.
Yeah, and Bethany, thank you for pulling that up. Next week we are going to be having a facilitator training for the Generation Red Road program. So September 19th through the 21st from 9 to 4 p.m. at the basement of YCIC. This is a free training. Lunch will be provided. So any person that would like to become a trainer in the Generation Red Road, Daryl has opened this up for 15 spots available. I think at least 7. Some more of our YCIC staff are going to be trained in this. I myself took it last time that Carlos was here. But there again, that Generation Red Road really just helps all of our relatives. Who are we as Native people? How do you identify? Let's get back to our roots. And I love that the language program was here, because all of us need to learn more about who are we as Native people.
Good, very good. All right, well, thank you too for coming down in. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you this evening.
Yes.
And next week we'll make sure we'll see you guys and stuff.
Yes.
So. All righty.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah, thank you too.
All right, DJ Guaranteed. Are we ready?
For?
My answer is.
Oh, okay. We were supposed to have like Sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
Or Ben Crawford and stuff. I don't know if they're out there and stuff, but make sure. If not, we'll get into the answer is. Make sure you guys join us for Weekend Jammers. It's a kind of a new show that we're going to be having. DJ Huge is going to come in and to kind of recap some of the, I know this past weekend was United Tribes Powwow. Kind of find out what the kind of like the drum results were. Also, kind of wanted to encourage him to maybe kind of tell some powwow stories, you know what I mean? Because being in that powwow circuit as a singer, as a dancer and stuff, there's some good things that happen. And then sometimes, you know, you do some road miles and stuff. And as you know, our war ponies sometimes break down. And so I've kind of posed the question of like maybe what's the adversity that you faced being on the powwow trail as far as maybe you ran out of gas one night. I have a story about Gathering of Nations that I want to share with you and my cousins, Mike Wenstar and Denise Wenstar. We were coming back from Iowa City, and we ran out of gas over there in South Dakota. It's pretty interesting. And so if you want to find out what happens, make sure you tune in this evening because that's a good story. We do have some comments here on Facebook
I
and
see
stuff.
that. She's like, what did you say? I work half day of Friday, so I can stop through and grab that CD from you.
Oh,
my winnings from Bethany, if that works.
Oh, yeah. He did mention that. He stopped me at the language baseball tournament. I think they got third, him and his team.
Yeah.
And he asked for one of my dad's CDs.
Okay.
And that's kind of a story in itself, too, for my dad's 4th memorial.
Nothing But the Blues.
Yeah, Nothing But the Blues here. He told me when I used to have the office down there, sometimes you'd come out of the tribal council meetings and stuff, and we would have our conversations and stuff. But he said he has these masters, and I remember them being kind of on the bookshelf for the longest time. And he said, if anything ever happens to me, give my masters to David Bernstein. David Bernstein is the guy that does the Saturday in the Park. He's the organizer. He's the founder of Saturday in the Park. And so his brother he's an audio engineer. So I gave him these masters, and they're reel to reel, you know what I mean? It's like these big things and stuff, not a cassette tape or not a CD, but these masters. I send them off, and it took about a year. Anyways, David Bernstein's brother contacts me. His name's Ben, and he says, your dad's got some good quality songs here and stuff, you know, I'm gonna master them. What do you think about doing them? Nowadays, you know, it's all Spotify and all this and that.
Yeah, a lot of streaming platforms.
Yeah, so I said, why don't we do that eventually, but let's get some limited edition CDs and print them for the family and friends and some of the people for the tribal members and stuff, you know. And my mom said, well, we can't really put a monetary request on it, you know, like a lot of times what the CDs go for, like $25 these days.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure.
give or take.
But we just said free will donation. So whatever he wanted to do, you know, and lo and behold, a lot of the things that, you know, a lot of his friends came out and asked for a CD, and they would give my mom some money and stuff, you know what I mean?
That's good.
As far as like, even like Arizona, one of his relatives and good friends and stuff, his name is David Beaver, sent like $200, you know, and that's what it meant to him, you know, as far as free will donation or whatever it means to you and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, make sure you come up Friday. We'll get you taken care of. We'll get you awarded because he did win the prize last week.
Yep.
All right. And then he's going to grab a CD. Cool. So.
Just real quick, when you were talking, when you talk about the masters, they weren't a cassette, they weren't a CD, then I'm over here like racking my brain. What is it then?
The masters?
Yeah.
Like, so you ever watch La Bamba?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember when he says, take one, and then they hit the thing, and then those big reel-to-reels are going?
Oh, okay.
You know, and then pretty soon, and then it's weird because that guy's last name is Coons, but he goes, take two, and then pretty soon they go like, take 48, you know what I mean? Take 60 or something.
So it'll log all of that though?
Yeah. It's on this kind of like high-quality reel-to-reel, and it's kind of like just like a old film, you know what I mean? Like how they used to do that, and then he takes it off there. I'm sure nowadays he probably put it into like a what's the software program, Pro Tools, and mixed it and mastered it because every sound that comes into a mix and mastered has to have a certain kind of sound to it, and the bass level, you know, can't have distortion, and you want to get that right frequency. It's a whole art, and a lot of people make money doing that. Metro Boomin, a producer, kind of, and he makes sure that his sound is specific. He knows
what he's doing.
Yeah, and he gets like $300,000 for a song. You know what I mean? Like that is crazy. To a 3-minute song for $300,000. You know, let's get there. Ben, come on up. We were just about ready to do the answer is, and so I know that Sunshine said she was going to join us, but obviously she's not here today. But what you got?
Oh, well, I picked out a good one today. This week, I didn't see any big major events on the calendar, so I wanted to bring up something interesting, a different history culture thing. But first, do you guys know, are there any Ho-Chunk rules? What are some Ho-Chunk rules that you've been taught? What did somebody, gotta do this, don't do that? What comes to mind?
Always help the elders and always respect your elders.
Respect your elders, yeah?
Don't whistle at night.
Don't whistle at night?
Yeah. And then, what do they call it? I code a D or I code walk hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When someone needs some help, you offer that help.
Yeah.
And, you walk down the road together of life.
No leaving food out at night.
No leaving food out at night?
Are you talking about yeah. Keep going. What do you know?
Well, I want to give a little bit of context. So some of those are, spot on. One of those actually help out your elders. I've got it on the little list here that I found. Other ones are more like kind of beliefs rather than rules, right?
Yeah.
But, wherever you go in the world, there are things you do and things you don't do, right? When you get in an elevator, you're supposed to turn around. You don't want to be that weird person facing the wall and don't look at people in an elevator. Don't talk to them, right? But also, on a much deeper level, most Christian folks know the 10 Commandments. And if you're Muslim, there's a lot of rules there. Every culture, every religion in the world has rules, right? But a lot of the Ho-Chunk rules, they didn't get to the point where they were written down. At some point, I think the Bible was just orally transmitted, right? They just talked to people. And then eventually somebody's like, oh, we need to write it down, right? But because of colonization and boarding schools and alcohol, a lot of Ho-Chunk culture didn't move into the point where it got recorded, written down by the tribe. And that's why it's kind of confused and kind of in parts, right? People, you go around Winnebago, everybody's got a really interesting little part of that, but it's not, together someplace. And I was reading, what I've heard is that when Ho-Chunk kids were growing up traditionally, and I've heard an elder from Wisconsin talk about this, and I've read in books about this too, is sometimes when kids would wake up in the morning, their grandfather would already be there and he'd already be teaching them the rules. And apparently, John Rave, he says the verb for to teach or to instruct in somebody the rules is hoku. And moral instruction, apparently the word is like ho-ikun. But thanks, John, for translating that, by the way. But hoku. But that's a pretty important part of things. And so I've got a little list of rules that are specific to the Ho-Chunks. It's not, a nice quote I found on Facebook with a nice little background on there, right, with the sun setting. And one of the ones you already mentioned, Garan, respect your elders, was big. A lot of the rules had to do with being a warrior.
Okay.
That the ones I found, and most of these were, somebody asked Ho-Chunks in the 1920s, like, how do you teach your kids? And one person said so your grandfather would come in the morning and there'd be a fire going and then he would teach you how to live. Another person said, I as a parent, I'll sit with my kids and I'll teach them rules. And the second I notice that their attention span is, they're not focused, I stop. So I brought a couple of these rules. I'm going to have you guys both read them. Garan, why don't you read this first circle, and Bethany, I'll have you read the bottom one.
Okay.
And these are just very small selection. There's a lot of them.
Okay, so it says treat your children well. Yeah, and I think we have that kind of instilled in us. They're the next leaders. They're the next generation. They're a reflection of the parents, you know what I mean, and the community. And so treat them very well. Not only that, but they're a blessing from the Creator. And they're still kind of connected to the Creator when they're that small. You ever see like a kid kind of graze off into the distance and stuff, you know what I mean? So I agree with that one. Live your life so it's not a joke. Live your life so it's not a joke. Men, do not abuse your partner. Okay. And then it says, my daughter, do not hit your relatives at any time. Then my son, do not become a gambler. My daughter, never get lazy. Okay, so pretty interesting. My son, do not become a gambler. So, you know what I mean? I know that we
Can I borrow that?
kind of have some games that we like to play that, it's kind of the probability, you know what I mean?
So a couple of these, the third one you said, men do not abuse your partner. The longer version of that rule is that Mother Earth is female, and when you abuse your wife, you're abusing her. But when you were saying about my son do not become a gambler, it was surprising to read too. And they said, if you win something, you should really share it with people who are around you, because they actually said that it's bad to win. And I don't know, maybe that's like a karma thing.
Yeah.
Like you're using up all your good energy, right? All your good luck to get, the $100 on the scratch off. It's like, maybe you should use your luck someplace else. I don't know. But I think as I understand that, it's like, that shouldn't be your job, right? And that shouldn't be, because people, all over the country have problems with gambling, right? Because it's like a big hit.
And then with the rise of sports betting nowadays and stuff, man, I mean, like, I'm not interested in sports betting myself. Every now and then I'd be like, hey, Bethany, you want to bet on the Super Bowl and stuff like that? But now it's just like, geez, man, there's like, win $500 if you bet $5 and stuff. These commercials are trying to get you kind of addicted and stuff.
I know a few people that sports bet or they dabble in that, and like one of them is always hitting and then one's like never hitting.
I mean, sure, as anything, you got to do your research and stuff. I just don't have no time to figure out how Aaron Rodgers is going to do or tonight and all that stuff. So I'm just like, I just don't have no time to do it. It does kind of make it interesting. I play fantasy football, you know what I mean, and that just kind of gets me so that I'm involved in watching some of the games and checking my scores and stuff like that. But go ahead and read the other one.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, so we have, my son, should anyone visit your home, be sure to offer them some food.
Oh,
and that's a good one.
Yeah. One time there was a gentleman that came, and I was a young guy, came to the door at my household and knocked on the door and asked for something to eat. And I just said, no, we don't have anything to eat. And then I told my dad, because he's like, who's at the door? And I was like, I don't know that guy, but he wanted something to eat. He kind of, we went out there and gave him a sandwich and stuff, you know what I mean? And then told me, he's like, anybody comes to your house and needs something to eat, you make sure you do that. I remember that being like a 9-year-old and stuff,
And then the next one we got, my daughter, show your love to your children with actions, not words. That's really important
pretty
too.
big, right?
And so we have, if at any time you can make someone feel happy, do so. I love that one.
Yeah, and these, I kind of shortened them up a little bit. The happy one was, if you're crossing paths to anyone, even if they're a little kid, if you can say something nice that'll bring a smile to their face, you should do it, right?
Yes.
But that show your love with actions, not words, is like, because it's so easy. Oh, I love my parents. I love my kids. I love my friends, right? It's so easy to say that, right? And you really, and when we do say that, who are we saying it to and why are we saying that? Because usually when we say that, maybe we're trying to look a little bit better to everybody. It's like, oh, we argue all the time, but I love him, right? It's like, well, maybe you could listen when you're arguing, and that would be the way to show him love, or really be there for, if you're a mom or a dad, for your kids.
Like an example could be of like a say a mother, she's on her phone, she's whatever, she's doing whatever on her phone. The little one comes up and he's just like rubbing his body up against, like trying to get your attention, because he just wants that that attention and that affection from you. But you're you're not focused on that because you're on your phone. Just like separate from that and then take a moment to give him the attention a little bit, kind of just have that bonding moment.
Yeah.
Unless you're watching Winnebago Talks.
Yeah.
Then stay
Sorry.
tuned. Nah.
Then have him tune in with you.
Yeah. Have it tune in with you. Yeah. And the food one too. That's pretty big. And they say, you know, if you withhold food, that could be the death of you. You should not say like, oh, I'm gonna have him over. I'm not gonna give him my pizza. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta. And I think in the old days, from what I gather, like people did not hoard stuff. They would. If anybody showed up at your house, you would give them their food, even if that was the last piece of food that you had, because it was just so much more together back then.
My grandmother, she lived through the Depression, and anytime we go out to eat, she was always the rolls or any leftovers. She would grab them in a napkin and stuff like that. And I asked my mom, I was like, why did she do that? You know, it's kind of, I'm full, you know what I mean? There's, you know, I don't want to. And then we're always made to do that, clean off your plate and stuff. You know? But nowadays it's so.
We've got too much food.
Yeah. Walmart is trying to pump, you know what I mean, advertisements and buy the bulk and everything like that. That it's not healthy to do that. So I kind of catch myself, you know, with the kids. I'm like, hey, you don't need to eat all that if you don't, you know, if you get satisfied. Don't because I'm worried about the health and stuff. You know, but when she went through the Depression. That's what my mom said, is that she, you know, they didn't know when the next meal was going to happen and stuff. And she didn't, you know, a lot of times they kind of went without food and starvation and everything. So anytime that she could, you know, kind of gather some of the food and she would share it, you know what I mean? And then she would always say to me, anytime I would see her, make sure you get yourself something to eat. And when I was going to college, she would always pull out, you know, $10 and stuff. Make sure you get something to eat, you know, put it in my hand.
Aww.
You know what I mean? And so those kind of things instilled and so when it comes to food, yeah, for sure. I think that you know, family dinners are kind of looming away. You know what I mean? I noticed too, and I'm bad for it. If we go to a family dinner or go to a restaurant and we're sitting there, a lot of times we're kind of checking our phones, checking our emails. You know what I mean? Our text messages and stuff too. But family dinners, I remember growing up, family dinners, we used to have to set the plates and kind of everybody had their duty and everybody kind of had the area, you know. When we ate chicken, I always got the drumstick. I don't know. My sister always got the wing, and you know, my mom got the breast, and my dad got the thigh. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we had our little individual parts and stuff. Good times, you know. And we try to do that at our family and stuff. You know, it's just like, hey, you know, let's sit down and have a family dinner and then talk about the day. You know what I mean? So it's good to do that as community as well.
Yeah. And one of the rules, and like I said, there's a lot of them. A lot of them pertain to warriors. And I was talking to one of my friends. I'm like, how is this relevant for most people today if you're not a warrior, right? One of the rules was, my son, it's better to die out, you know, on the warpath than it is in the village. And my friend gave me a really interesting interpretation of that. He said, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean you're fighting. It could mean that, you know, you're leaving the comfortable parts of your life in order to do something meaningful.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think these are really important, too, for everybody. I'm sure if I go up to Sioux City, Maihate people would probably benefit from treating their kids well, too, right? But what these really are, at least in my view, is, you know, we need to put up some boundaries around our experience and mind and say, you know, I'm just going to not do certain things and I'm going to keep my life
Stick
within
by
some
that.
boundaries. Like you're making a little pasture for for some animals, right? And if you don't know what the boundaries should be, then you're going to wander in all sorts of crazy places and, you know, it might not go well. So... Yeah, just wanted to share a few of those. And like I said, there are a lot out there. If you look in the book, The Winnebago Tribe, and you look on the instruction of children, they're out there. And
wait, which one? Where'd you say that's at?
Paul Radin's book.
Paul Radin, okay.
Paul Radin, just a quick aside, he was a very strange white guy who learned Ho-Chunk and then learned shorthand Ho-Chunk so he could write it down really quickly. And then he went around and asked people about Ho-Chunk history and culture. One of them was, you know, how do you teach kids? And of course, these days, most people have not heard these rules, so I'm sure people of all ages would benefit from hearing them, whether or not you're Ho-Chunk or Omaha or native or not. Yeah.
Cool. Very good. All right. Learn something new every day.
Definitely. And
Appreciate
some of those
the
were
research from Angel Decorum Museum. Ben, go ahead.
I was just going to say some of them were good reminders for, maybe somebody that didn't get that teaching or wasn't taught to about some of that
stuff. Didn't get the
stuff.
chance to get that.
Yeah.
All right. So we are ready. Ben, you're going to help us out, right?
Sure.
Okay. This is it. The series is tied 1-1. And we're going to go into the answer is 5 questions. And Tyler does get a lifeline. So for those that are tuning in on Facebook or on the online media streaming player, our terrestrial 100.9 FM, the big voice, you're more than welcome to help out Tyler if you can and if you know these answers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too, man. I was looking forward to this since the last time we played it. So the category, I told them it was sports today, okay? And so they have a little background history and stuff. And as you know, I'm a huge football. I mean, this is the best season of all time. Not only because it's fall, but football started up, and this weekend is my birthday.
Oh.
So let's do this. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
Happy birthday.
NFL. The season has kicked off, and what a weekend. Last Thursday was the first game. Kansas City Chiefs versus, oh man, who did they lose against? They lost against somebody, but I can't even remember that one. But it was a good one. And it ended last night with week 1 with Monday Night Football, the Giants versus the Jets. It's weird because I didn't know this. This is kind of a sidebar question and stuff. It's my squirrel moment. But they don't even play in New York. New York Jets and New York Giants don't even play in New York. They play in New Jersey. The stadium, MetLife Stadium, is in New Jersey. How crazy is that? Anyways.
Wild.
So, who was last year's Super Bowl champions? Who was last year's Super Bowl champions? Do you know it? Ben?
I do now.
It was the... Wait, let me minimize this just in case someone starts commenting. Okay, I'm gonna go with, because I didn't catch it. I was engrossed in busyness.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. Okay, here's multiple choice here.
Okay.
Which of the following NFL team names is fake? Okay, so is it A, Carolina Panthers? Is it B, Cleveland Cougars? Is it C, Las Vegas Raiders? Or is it D, Arizona Cardinals?
What was those first 2 again?
Okay, so Carolina Panthers, Cleveland Cougars.
The Cleveland, I want to say I'm going to go with that B, Cleveland Cougars.
Final answer?
I ain't never heard that one before.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Locking it in.
Raiders?
Yeah. No.
You don't want to go to Raiders and stuff? You know they're Oakland Raiders at one time, and you think they play in Las Vegas?
Oh.
Yeah. Giving you some...
Yeah, anyways. Here we
No.
go.
I go back.
Here we go. Question number 3. Aaron Rodgers, whom people would call the GOAT, greatest of all time, is out for the season after just 4 plays last night. The dude carried the flag in, went out there for 4 plays, tore his Achilles tendon, and is out for the season.
Yikes.
Which team does he play for?
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
He plays for... Man, someone just talked about this last night. They're like, oh, he went and recruited the superstar team, and
Yeah.
now he's out. But who did they say? I can't remember.
He was on Hard Knocks. I watched HBO. Hard Knocks is good, is excellent. You know what I mean? But there's a section on Hard Knocks and stuff. He just like stops the Hard Knocks kind of documentary, and he talks about UFOs. Yeah, it's just like weird.
Quick plug. I'm gonna go with he plays for Aaron Rodgers is with the Bengals.
Okay, all right, here we go. Musician, the guy that plays music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Tyler is out of the concert lineup because he suffered vocal cord damage.
Yikes.
Which band is he the lead singer for?
Steve Tyler.
Yeah.
He is the lead singer for, what are they called? They're just so well known. What are they called? I can't think of their name right now. What is it called? I cannot. I'm just having like a brain fart right now. I know who he is, so no one come for me if I say the wrong name. He's with the... Hold on, thinking. Racking my brain.
Take your time. It's a very important question.
Steven Tyler and the other guys. No.
Man, I cannot think of it, but I know that I'm wrong because it's not this one, but I'm just going to say Metallica.
Okay. All right.
But I know I'm wrong.
One of those old time rock and roll
I
bands,
know.
huh? Okay, question number 5. You're not done yet.
We're trying to head out. I'm just over this one.
Here we go. Winnebago Public School will have their homecoming on September 29th. I actually think it's their first home game.
Yeah.
So I know they're doing some road work. They'll be on the road this weekend, and then they had a bye last weekend, and then the weekend before that, they're all out there in Pine Ridge. So, which team is coming to town to play against our Winnebago Indians on September 29th?
They're going to be playing Tri-County.
Tri-County.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Did you know them?
Did I know who?
Did you know all the answers?
No.
You didn't?
Nope.
Okay. You didn't get the Aaron Rodgers one?
I had to look it up. I am ashamed. There's some things I know, Garan, and then there's other things I just...
Yeah.
It comes at a cost,
Yeah.
right? Just like, football players in college, they're focusing on the football, not the academics. I'm kind of like the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
All
me.
right. Tyler gets a lifeline today as well. And we'll figure out how Bethany did here with question number 1. Are you ready to kind of try to win today's The Answer Is?
I'm gonna give it my all.
All right. Here we go. Winnebago in the News versus the Big Voice Radio. Question number 1. NFL season has kicked off this weekend. It was a good one. Dang, who did Kansas City Chiefs play last Thursday? Who did they play? Oh man,
They got beat, right?
Yeah, they got beat.
Football.
But man, I forgot who they played. I'm trying to think. No, I think it was Jared Goff, wasn't it? Anyways, who was last year's Super Bowl champions?
Gee. I was in there Googling stuff from last week. Super Bowl champions. Let me think.
Last week they played the Lions.
That's right, Jared Goff and the Lions. Yep. And they lost. The Lions.
I don't know, Chiefs.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are good, man.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
How did you guys get that?
Maybe it was the
I
fact
remember
that you
seeing-
mentioned the Chiefs.
Yeah. No, but I remember seeing their their gear everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
So I
That was
just threw it
just a
out there.
wild guess. I'm amazed with myself.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. Okay, all right, here we go. This is kind of a really listening one. Which of the
Got rid of
following NFL teams' names is fake? This is not a team.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a fake name, okay? I'll give you 4 choices here. Is it A, Carolina Panthers? Is it B, Cleveland Cougars? Is it C, Las Vegas Raiders? Or is it D, Arizona Cardinals?
Carolina doesn't have no Panthers, But then, aren't Cardinals native to Nebraska? Or no? Or is that just South Sioux's bird?
Oh yeah, South Sioux did. Yeah.
Dang. Can you repeat them?
Yep, sure. Carolina Panthers. Think about it. Is that an actual NFL team name? Cleveland Cougars, Las Vegas Raiders, Arizona Cardinals.
I'm gonna have to say Arizona Cardinals.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, that answer is
What?
Cleveland Cougars.
Cleveland Cougars, known as the Cleveland Browns.
It was too matchy, you know. So you
Yeah.
see it.
Don't forget you have a lifeline here. So the score is 2-1. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers, who some people, I don't consider him the GOAT, but some people would call him the greatest of all time, is out for the season just after 4 plays last night. He played on Monday Night Football, September 11th. Anyways, he tore his Achilles on play number 4 and is out for the season. What team does he play for?
I'm gonna use my lifeline.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds hard.
do you know it?
What team does he play for?
Yeah.
Let's see. I do now.
Okay. Do you want to go with Ben? Or do you, okay.
He just Googled it, yeah.
All right. Who does he play for?
The New York Jets.
Wouldn't have got it.
You gonna use it?
Yeah.
All right. He does.
We got a DC said Cleveland doesn't have aunties like that.
All right. Question number 4. The score is 2-2. Getting serious here. Steve Tyler, musician, right, is out of the concert lineup because he suffered vocal cord damage. Doctor's orders. What band is he the lead singer for?
Say it again.
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you guys got the same name, right? I mean, almost. Suffered vocal cord damage because in doctor's orders, he had to cancel all these concerts. They're on tour. What is the band that he's the lead singer for?
Steven Tyler. It's not ringing no bells, so I'm gonna try to think of something old.
Okay.
That was me.
What, you getting some?
I know who
text?
it is now, yeah. I'm gonna get thumped on the head later.
People are probably gonna laugh, but
As I said, don't come for me.
I'm gonna say the Beatles.
The Beatles?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dream on.
I wouldn't have known, but I know that song.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Really? You guys don't know Steven Tyler, Aerosmith, man?
When was Aerosmith in their prime?
80s?
Yeah, and then they kind of had a
Wasn't even
resurgence
thought
in
of
the
it.
90s and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
It's not the Beatles, though.
Yeah.
If you want to
I know.
get
That was
Ringo.
real old.
Like, what
That was
the-
real old.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. So, question, Ben, you might have to get a question ready. Winnebago Public School will have their homecoming on September 29th. It's actually the first time they're going to be playing here at home because the season has started, but they have been doing some road work. They've been playing away. Which team or town is coming to play against the Winnebago Indians on September 29th?
Todd County?
Oh, Todd County? Final answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
man.
Cheyenne Eagle Butte.
Was it close? That was close.
Cheyenne Eagle
They
Butte.
played
So,
Todd before, the week before.
yeah, almost.
I just know
Almost
that rivalry is up there. So.
Yeah, man, almost. All right, Ben, do you have one?
Yeah, I got one. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. First one to answer it probably is going to win. Here.
Okay.
I'll watch you guys to see who.
What was the second to last state to join America?
Hawaii. Garan looked real fast.
Is that right? Or what's your guess?
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Okay, you're both wrong.
I was real pondering.
Okay.
What
Let's see.
is it?
It was Alaska.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I said them too.
Let's see.
Dang.
Let's see. Now I need some more trivia. Okay, what was the last state to join America?
The last state to join America.
Hawaii.
Alaska.
Sticking with Hawaii.
A lot. Okay. Final answer.
Well, I just said the second to last one
Oh,
was
yeah.
Alaska. So, yeah, it's Hawaii.
Did she get the win? Did you really?
I'm proud. What was
I
that
think-
first question?
okay.
That was just.
I don't know if it's
bananas.
me, but this is kind of a topic of discussion here today. But presidential election is coming up 2024.
Uh-oh. Time to
Yeah, is it,
batten down the hatches.
yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's coming up, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Just pretend like you're going into a haunted house. Like, there's going to be people jumping out at you.
Brace
There's
yourself.
going to be some crazy stuff happening. Like, that's how you should approach this next time.
it's going to be interesting.
It's going to
A
be
haunted
wild.
house?
Woo!
In a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
A
Yeah.
It's
haunted
nuts.
roller coaster ride.
There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be people wearing masks, people running out. It's going to be wild.
It's getting deep.
Okay,
Yeah.
shout outs. I have a shout out here that I want to send out to our big voicers and stuff. So I'll go last.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. Oh, shout out to Little Priest Maintenance Department. They've just finished working with construction. They have a new parking lot there.
Nice.
It's awesome. Little Priest is also going to be they're building a new building there too.
Cool.
Yes, new
Awesome.
science center. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this Friday is their 25th anniversary
Yeah,
celebration over at
yeah.
the farmers market, and they're going to have a ceremony that's going to take place at the sculpture garden
Cool.
and some round dancing. So if you want to practice up round dancing for the 22nd, make sure you come on over to the 25th anniversary celebration at Little Priest Tribal College. That's going to happen this Friday.
What's on the 22nd? Is that
It's a round dance.
okay?
So you know how they're going to have the mental wellness powwow over there in Winnebago on the 23rd?
Uh-huh.
Well, that Friday night they're going to have a round dance, and they're bringing down some excellent singers. It's going to be
cool,
awesome.
Cool.
My shout out will be for my Kakashero. She's gonna have a birthday tomorrow.
Really?
Oh, happy
She's a Virgo.
birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang, I
That's
didn't know
awesome. That is awesome.
that. Yeah, happy early birthday.
Virgos are the best. All right. Well, happy birthday.
For me, I want to send a shout out to my production crew. Trying to get them rallied in to come help me on Saturday. We have a tournament this weekend here in Winnebago. So if you're able to, come support the Lady Indians, their volleyball games. They have a game on Thursday starting at 5:30. And then Saturday, they'll have a tournament starting at 9 a.m. But my crew, want to give a shout out to Willie Bass, Trina, Solomon Carnes, Coach Q, he was able to accommodate us and pop up and help out. Billy Decora, Trisha Rivers, Gentry St. Cyr.
Awesome. Cool. My shout out, I know I needed some help, and I had a family incident and stuff, and I appreciate everybody's help, man. I mean, just the words of encouragement and everything. So I just want to send a shout out to everybody that, you know what I mean, that helped us out and everything. You know, there's some things that I wanted to express my appreciation and gratitude towards and stuff, and so I want to say thank you to everybody that that really kind of you know, sent me messages and encouraging words and stuff. You know what I mean? We're all in life. We're all together. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to navigate this life, and it's a crazy world and stuff. You know what I mean? And at times we do need help. It's hard for me to ask for help, but I appreciate everybody's help, including my staff here, Tyler, Bethany, everybody that helped us out and stuff. And then also, I want to send a shout out to my nephew and my nephew's son. His name is Ace Appleton. He has a
his name.
birthday on September 16th, and I have a birthday on September 16th.
Ooh.
So, yeah, we're going to rent out the Tyson Event Center, and we're going to have a big celebration. No, we're not.
I was like, ooh.
I was gonna say.
But usually I try to take a trip, a family trip, or, you know, last year I think I went to Vegas and stuff, you know what I mean? But this year I got knocked off the throne, you know what I mean? But we're having a birthday for him and myself on Saturday. So if anybody wants to come on down, like I said, you know, appreciation. You're more than welcome to come to our birthday dinner. It's going to be at 3 o'clock at Rosalie Town Hall. If you guys ever been down to Rosalie, now's your chance to come on down. And, you know, anybody can join us, and, you know what I mean, you'll be well fed and stuff like that. And then,
Yeah.
you know, we'll celebrate his first year of life, you know what I mean, for baby
his
Ace
first
and stuff.
birthday?
Yeah, his first
Nice.
birthday. So, you know, when you're 42, you don't have birthdays anymore, really. So
Don't say
just
that.
another year, you know what I mean? But yeah, we want to celebrate with him, and If you guys want to come on down, all the big voicers and stuff, come on down and let's have a good time.
It's
3 o'clock.
never too early to get baby Ace a pair of sunglasses with a name like Ace.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that is cool. Cool. Anyways, so that's our show for Winnebago Talks. Appreciate everybody coming on out, and thank you guys. Have a good day. Have a good evening, and we'll see you tonight for Weekend Jammers.
Yeah, at 5 o'clock.